Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we'll discuss how to convert Canadian dollars to US dollars. I'll give you guys a brief overview of your conversion choices, what is best in my opinion. Let's proceed. So number one, we have direct exchange, Canadian to US dollars. This is the easiest and perhaps the most convenient way for most people to convert to any currency. They go directly to the bank and ask them, hey, can you convert Canadian to US dollars, euros, yen, etc., etc. The option B is going to a third-party foreign exchange, similar to going to the airport or any currency exchange boutiques. They show you a sign, typically displays the foreign exchange rates, and you just go and say, hey, I need 1,000 US dollars. Then they'll give you a total of Canadian dollars that you need to pay. Lastly, option C, you go direct to the foreign exchange markets. This option, you'll need a brokerage account. So let's just go over the direct exchange, Canadian to US dollars, pros and cons, a high level overview. So on the pros, you get your cash instantly. You give them Canadian dollars, you get American dollars in hand. Simple transaction, you see the price, you get the price. However, there are cons. However, on the cons, you have higher fees. This is to compensate for the convenience. The fees can range from 1 to 5%. So if you're converting a lot of Canadian dollars to American or to Japanese or to Chinese, you're going to pay a huge sum. So let's say if you wanted to buy a house, you'll pay an extra 5%. So let's go over option A, banks. How do you do it? So depending on your net worth or your business interaction with the banks, most can do it online, through the phone, or in person. So you simply go to the bank and ask them, I need this X amount of Canadian dollars to US dollars. And they simply will oblige and do that transaction for you. And they'll charge you what they call a no-fee conversion. However, the banks actually bake the fees into the conversion rate, so be careful of that. Third-party exchanges operate similarly to banks. However, they do have in-house traders that do trade on the open market to get best rates. So sometimes they give you better rates than banks. And lastly, you can go directly to the foreign exchange markets. However, you'll still need a brokerage account that operates and allows you to convert foreign exchange. So option 2, convert your foreign exchange through your trading account. There are 3 strategies highlighted that I'll go over briefly with you guys. You got A, Norbert's Gambit, B, broker's foreign exchange market, C, assigned covered call, which is my favorite. So through your trading account, there are pros and cons. Little to no fees, convenience once you're familiar with the process, and there's a possibility of you making money on your foreign exchange. The cons, cash settlement takes 1 to 4 business days. Cash in the trading account, you'll have to transfer it out into an actual cash or savings or checkings account. This process is a lot slower. We'll go over Norbert's Gambit first. It's a method of taking advantage of dual listed stocks that are usually traded on the US and Canadian side. So for example, you have Shopify, you have BlackBerry, Canopy Growth, and most people use the Horizons traded ETF. The goal of Norbert's Gambit is to buy shares on the Toronto Stock Exchange and to sell them on the New York Stock Exchange. So essentially, you're buying BlackBerry, Shopify, or Canopy for X amount of Canadian dollars and selling your X amount of shares for US dollars. What I recommend when completing Norbert's Gambit is to choose a company or a stock that has high liquidity. What I mean by high liquidity is a stock that has huge volume. Look at BlackBerry. When they trade, there's a lot of volume. Shares traded each day are in the millions. Look for that. When shares are traded in the millions, there's a lot less slippage because this represents an arbitrage opportunity for a lot of traders. So that's why there will usually be 0 to no slippage at all. because market inefficiencies often get taken advantage of by high frequency traders. So that's just a high level overview of Norbert's Gambit, and in future videos I'll go highlight how we can complete this in your own brokerage account. Option B, trading account foreign exchange market. As I said before, you will need a brokerage account, and you can just simply trade as you would trade stocks. Option C, assigned covered call. Used to make money for converting Canadian to US dollars. Quick settlement date, next business day. Works on dual listed stocks, best if the stock has high volume, as mentioned. The idea behind the assigned covered call is to buy shares on the Canadian side and to sell a covered call on the US side. There's little to no slippage at all, as your strike price is the price that you sell your stock. So a high-level overview of the process. You buy the stock on the Canadian side on the Friday morning, and you immediately open up a covered call on the US side. You collect the premium, and you wait for the end of day assignment. So as you can see, it's quite easy to collect a small amount. It's quite easy to collect 1 to 2% on your actual conversion. So I'll go over assigned covered calls briefly. You can see here my example is Shopify. It is listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange as well as the New York Stock Exchange. So on a Friday, you'll go to your Friday's expiration. So at the end of the day, the option is settled. Look at your stock price. Right now, Shopify is trading at $1,485.63. You can open up an in-the-money covered call for $5. So in the end, you make roughly 0.5% just for converting Canadian to US dollars. Think about this. If you had $1 million or even $100,000. In future videos, I'll go over my choices as well as details on how and what is the best way to execute each strategy. But for now, thanks for watching.